Going today? Welcome to the stream. So I like cut things short for a second because I just found some new settings on OBS and I'm going to be testing them out. So let me organize this real quick. Yeah, I found some new settings, so I want to test them out. Where is my benchmark? I haven't benchmarked. I want to see what it's buffering badly for you. Well, Pat, I keep stopping it. That's why. Yeah, I keep stopping the stream because there's some brand new settings for OBS. So I'm trying to see what they're gonna look like here. Oh, and is Twitch capping it at 1080p again? Oh my gosh. Wait, Pat, you're on YouTube though. You should have like 4K still. All right, so what I'm doing right here is I want to be playing with the settings, brand new settings in OBS, and I want to see how they look compared to my software encoding. So that's what I'm going to be testing for a second. I have to put my MacBook up real quick so I can actually see what the feed looks like. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, Pat, that's just me stopping the stream because I'm trying to see what the new OBS settings looks like. This is hardware encoding with the graphics card. All right, here comes the grass. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. That looks pretty good. Okay, let me see the system utilization here. 27% GPU, 80% CPU, but no encoding overload. What is using 80% CPU? OBS. Maybe that's what the new feature does. But that looks really clean. Holy crap. Oh, we are getting a little encoding overload there, but that looks really clean compared to what the old NVENC looked like. Yeah, that's looking really clean. What the hell? I definitely have to play with these new settings. But not right now. Right now, we're going to continue to stream. Oh my gosh. And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, I'm going to open OBS on the gaming computer so you guys can see what it looks like. What's up, Brayden? Yeah, so OBS has new settings. Now, obviously, I was looking at the system utilization while OBS is running here, and guys, I'm telling you right now, if you're doing a one system Build, do not use the new system, the new settings, because it is tanky. Here, let's see. Is this studio or? Oh, hang on. How the hell did I get the settings on there then? FFM peg. I'm gonna transfer some files over to my gaming computer so that I can reproduce what I have here, so you guys can see it. I guess it's a plugin, like some plugin software that I picked up. The tournament's in an hour? Nice. Yeah, I'll probably play it. Oh crap, so I have two of them. Okay. I need to make a new folder then. All right, so this is where I'm gonna throw all the new information. I'm just literally gonna copy everything over. Copy that and let's do network. I think it's the OTH. Oh damn it! No, that's media share. Here we go. There we go, governor. Desktop. Yeah. So now we'll be seeing the stuff just instantly show up here. And then we're going to call this the 64. All right, I have another section of resources I have to pull over as well. This would be program, OBS Studios. I guess I could just copy all of the data in OBS plugin files. Paste that. Yeah, because I'm not running the OBS right now, so it shouldn't cause any problems. And you'll see it update here. And this is because I have my entire home is on a mesh network, so everything can connect to everything. I can connect the computer to my TV. I can connect my phone to my computer. I can send files to any one of my devices instantly. All right, so there we go. Yeah, it's holding. I don't know what the quality is gonna look like in games, but that was that looked much better than it did on what's it called? It looked much better than it did with the original NVENC H264. Yeah, FP, get out my chat, please. All right, so I'm gonna be rewriting this data and OBS plugin file, so it should ask for like permission. It better ask for permission. There we go. Oh, it better not ask for every single one. I want to do everything together. So yeah, right now I'm using about 50% CPU and 24% GPU, which is not bad. That's fine. I'm completely okay with that because that computer it's only running a stream. That's it. Oh, I don't want the whole thing. I just want this. And I wanted to rewrite everything. Is the server offline for me? The Fortnite server? I'm not sure. I haven't even gotten. I just went in early and got my daily reward. That was it. So I'll check it right now. Just give me a second. We're gonna delete this entire folder. Okay. Now let's see when we open OBS again. Do we have the new settings configured in there? Because this should be everything from my streaming computer's OBS. Yeah. So we have the stream effects setting on there. Stuff I was working on. I don't see my the rest of my stuff here. Interesting. But did we get our settings? We did. Okay, this is the one I'm talking about. And it could have been out here for a while, but I just put some plugins in, so this is what it allowed me to do. So this is your NVIDIA NVENC H264 AVC encoding. And that's what I'm going to be testing out today, just to see how it compares to my software encoding H264 at a slow encoding, and how it compares to NVENC traditional, which is the NVIDIA NVENC H264 new. So far, this is my best encoder, the X264. This one, it's okay, but on a lot of games, it doesn't look that good. This is the new one that I'm testing out, and we're gonna see what it can do. Right now, I'm using a high quality encoder. If we compare that to what the original had, you don't have the option for that. Yeah, you can see right here, you don't have an option to do that. You have like minimum settings here. You can do max quality, quality performance, max performance, low latency quality, low latency performance. That's about it. That's the only real thing you could change. And then this. But on this one right here, it has different features. Like, oh, I should have put this on like high 444 predictive. Or no, actually, baseline would be the best one to put it on because it'll give you the best quality. I'm not sure about this one yet. I haven't really played around with it. Level determines the upper limits of resolution, frame rate, and bit rate for the video. Huh. So today I'm doing it on a on automatic. Tomorrow I'll try it on a 5.1. Just a couple more days. Chicken, seriously, 2 more days. But here's some information. Micro Center put this on their page, and then they immediately took it off. So we don't know what is true or not, and we have to wait for their updated information. Sorry, wrong thing. Let me go to their Twitter. So we'll see if this is still on their Twitter page. And they were saying that they're not gonna have founders cards in store. Where's it at? But they've been changing their information a lot. Like if we go right here, this is the form that was supposed to be like an answer section to all the questions we would have about the 30 series cards from Micro Center. It was up there for about a day on September 12th, and then they took it off on the 13th because they and I called Micro Center to inquire about it. They said they're trying to get the most accurate information, and they'll update it once they have it, once they have all the information. So it could be that they are going to get founders cards, but as of now, from what they said on their Twitter, which I'm trying to find it right now, that they said they weren't going to have any founders cards in stock, just the AIBs, which are your third party cards. See, and they didn't remove this. Oh, they replied multiple times. They're just telling people this all the time. We'll not be carrying Founders Edition cards at release. However, we anticipate having limited stock on third-party cards upon release from vendors such as Asus, Gigabyte, Zotac, and MSI. Stock may vary upon location. But here's the thing is that as of right now, they don't know what cards they're going to have because they haven't received them or they are still in the warehouse getting scanned. But that would be a priority for them. So they haven't really gotten an inventory list of what they're going to get. They don't know what they're getting yet. So it's possible that they might still get some founders cards. We just don't have a confirmation yet on that. So I'm gonna continue to keep up with them on their Micro Center Twitter because that's where you're gonna put the most updated information. And then on their community forum right here, once this gets updated, we'll go over it as well. Now, there's a couple other sections we're gonna go over as well. This is just old stuff that I've had up here for a while. I keep refreshing, seeing if there's any updated stuff on here. Nothing yet. But they are gonna have the AIB boards, which I have a little bit of information we were going over yesterday. where the founders cards, the founders boards can do a max output of. They said 370, but I went through the designs. The the founders boards can output a maximum, can receive a maximum power wattage of 375, because each 8 pin Molex PCI connector can do 150 watts, and then your PCI board can do 75 watts. Best Buy is going to carry the Gigabyte 3090 for $1,579.99. Nice. That's a really good price. I looked at the Gigabyte one, and yes, it's an AIB, but it looks pretty good. And for the price, it's not bad. Whereas MSI is trying to like excessively fluctuate their price with no apparent reason, because it doesn't seem like they have that much more potential than the founders cards. Now, if we look at the cards, which I don't know if I have the design pictures here anymore. I wish I had like a 8 pin to comparison to your 12 pin, but the each 8 pin connector connected to the power supply can output a max wattage of 150. That is the max that each 8 pin can pull. So your 12 pin is going to be pulling 300 watts maximum. Your the only cards that I can see having a higher clock potential than your founders card will be your AIB boards that have 3 8 pin connectors, because then those can easily pull, what is that going to be, 525 watts. That's a lot. That's a lot of power. But yeah, they have a max power output of 525 watts, and that's only for the boards that have triple 8 pin connectors. And then it could be that the manufacturers bottleneck this, so you won't ever be able to pull that much wattage. But from the design wise, that is the max amount of power that they should be able to pull, being that they're triple 8 pin. Other than that, and the majority of your AIBs that are using reference cards, reference boards for their cards that are dual pin, they're only going to be pulling about 320 watts. So that's 30 watts less than what your your stock 3090 is. But for the 3080, that's fine, because that's going to be the base wattage consumption for all the 3080s. It has a minimum of 100 and a maximum of 350, I believe, for the reference boards, whereas your founders board has 370, but you can technically pull up to 375 based off the design specs. So 370 is the safe number they gave us. 350 for AIB boards that are dual 8 pin. Triple 8 pin, we'll have to wait and see for the comparisons on those, and I don't think I'm going to be getting any of those because I don't really like the design, the bulkiness. We're talking almost 3 slots for the 3080 card. So on here, EVGA tweeted this, which is unfortunate that I missed out on it. I literally clicked on the tweet as soon as I found it, but I was maybe like an hour, 2 hours late. They already sold out. This is their 8 pin, their dual 8 pin to 12 pin cable. It's $40, but as of now, I think it's worth it, because this is new. This is a new design. Not that many manufacturers are going to have them. Unfortunately, they're sold out. They went very fast. But you see, it's a little more elegant than having the little splitter that just completely covers your entire GPU. So I'm going to keep this page open here as well, because I want to be one of the first ones to know when they're in stock again, so I can get one myself. The next thing I'm going to talk about is your what's after the 3090. What's going to come after the 3090 in lieu of like higher performance, more VRAM, and potential higher FPS. And the answer to that is we are not sure. You'll have different leaks from different companies, notebookchecks.net, and then you have Tweaktown. They're saying different things, but here's the thing. They're talking about the same card. We just do not know what tier it's going to be. Is it going to be a Titan? Is a 3rd gen Titan? Is it going to be a Quadro? We are not sure yet. We know it's going to have 48 gigs of VRAM. We don't know if it's going to be GDDR6 or GDDR6X. Those connectors are just for aesthetics, right? Yeah, it's just aesthetic. It's so you can have a nicer, a cleaner look. So if you get a 39, 3080, 3070, oh, 3080 or 3090, you're not gonna need to buy that extra cable, because if you get the Founders Edition, it comes with the 12-pin adapter. If you get the AIB boards, they don't use the 12-pin adapters; they just use 8 pins. So you should be fine there. So yeah, everywhere I'm seeing, people keep saying they're leaking information about the next series card, but they don't really have all the information. They don't have everything here, because they're talking about this as if it's a quadro card. If we were to go based off of history or historical releases, the next card should be a Titan release. And your Titan release, since they upped the amount of memory in the flagship 30 series, your Titan card should potentially have anywhere from 36. Well, it should have either 36 or 48 gigs of GDDR6X memory. I don't see why they would go with GDDR6. It's slower. It's only 16 gigs per second transfer rate. That's super slow. And people are putting this in here as if it's a leaked information, but the truth is that is too slow. Being that the Titan and your Quadro cards are high end cards. They're the industry level cards. They're not consumer cards. So someone who's going to purchase a Titan or a Quadro card, they're not concerned about the price. They don't care that it costs $5,000 or $2,500. It should be more than that by now. But they don't care that it costs that amount. They're getting a card because it's the card they need for their job or for their project. They're not going to get the card saying, "Hey, I want to run Fortnite at 360 FPS max settings." That's what the 3090 does. That's what the 3080 should be doing. There's no reason for a consumer to try to get a Titan or a Quadro 30 series or 3000 series. So this right here I believe is incorrect, because this they're basing that off of GDDR6. They're saying you can tell by the speed, 16 gigabytes per second GDDR6. GDDR6X is 19.5. So, well, 19.5. So we know that's not the right memory. So I think this is just like a manufactured, like a fabricated percentage here. So yeah, this is not right. This is wrong. Someone made that themselves and then took a picture and made it look horrible. But yeah, that's not correct. Over here we see that it's saying it has 10,752 CUDA cores. I actually have a sheet. Where is it? Here we go. I don't think that's right. Again, it's an industry card. It's not a founder's. I mean, it's not a consumer card. It is an industry level card. So it shouldn't be on the same tier as your 3090. It should be superior to that. We're talking maybe an extra 2,000 CUDA cores at least for the next tier card. Not, hey, it's only 300 CUDA cores more. There's no reason to get it. How many tensor cores? Let's see if they have that. Which they probably won't have that information. They're getting like minimum leaks here. But yeah, based off the specs that they gave us here, this card is inferior to the 3090. So we're seeing 300 CUDA cores more, boost clock 1860, not that much. Memory data rate 16, memory interface 384. So yeah, it has double the VRAM as the 3090, but it's slower VRAM. It only has 300 more CUDA cores. This doesn't justify it being either a Titan or a Quadro. So I think they're incorrect here. The price range is right around what I would expect the new Titan series to cost. So this could be a good estimate based off whoever did that. 48 gigs is one of the numbers that I believe would be correct, either 36 or 48 gigs of GDDR6X. This site, let's see what they're saying. Okay, this one right here, they believe it will be GDDR6X as opposed to this site who thinks it's GDDR6. So their whole premise and their whole story is based off of a snippet from Twitter, which is incorrect here. Anyone who understands like the design of the Nvidia cards right now knows that this is an inferior design to the 3090. It's not going to be better than the 3090. So I'm going to close this page. I don't think that one's correct. Off of Tweaktown, they have much more a better information here. I don't want to say it's more reliable, but the information is much better. It aligns more with what you would expect a Titan, 3000 series Titan or 3000 series Quadro to have, and I do believe that it would be a Titan release next, and then a Quadro after that. So I don't think that we're seeing Quadro spec. As for the tensor cores, it doesn't really give us anything. It doesn't give us tensor cores, transistors, nothing. But off of here, we see that. Where's my tensor? We see that it's a 28 billion transistor count, so maybe that's what they're going to stick with. Or they could potentially add another third to turn it into 42 billion transistors, which is a lot. It is a lot. If they're sticking with the 8 nanometer Samsung 8 nanometer chipset or design, it should. I don't think it would go excessively above 28 billion. Maybe that's the most they could fit on their Ampere cards. But being that the Titan is a much larger card, they might have like 2 slots, so they could potentially just double this. Now, one issue I see here is that the Titan, a Titan release card would have to be much larger than your 3090. And the reason I say that is because your 3090, the design, they already have your VRAM chips connected to the front and the back of the card, whereas your 3080 has the chips only on the front of the card, which is why it only has 10 gigs. So we could potentially be seeing a much larger card for the simple fact that that's the only way they would accommodate the extra memory, the extra VRAM that they would put on there. Okay, where's that page back? Here we go. They didn't give us any information about how many tensors, how many did they say? I don't think this one said CUDA cores either. No, this one didn't give us a number for CUDA cores, which that thank God. So we'll take this as a little bit more reliable information as opposed to the other site that gave us CUDA cores, yet it's only 300 more, and that doesn't mean anything when you're comparing 3090 to that potential Quadro card, because 300 more CUDA cores, yet you have slower VRAM. The 3090 is going to have more potential than that. Now they are saying here that we could be looking at a 1 terabyte per second bandwidth on the memory, and that is impressive. That is very impressive. Being that I think the highest we've seen so far was like 900 something for the 3090. Yo, PyChan, what's up? So yeah, I'm excited to see what Nvidia is going to do for the industry level cards too, not just consumer, because maybe I end up getting an industry level card for my work computer. But yeah, this is what I would expect the price range to be, around 3,000, so that's fine. Okay, here's a big thing that I haven't really seen it on the news, but I would have expected it to be there. Nvidia acquired ARM for $40 billion. If you don't know, ARM's the AI architect, the design for behind the AI system that Nvidia has been using, and they've been working really hard to see if they can acquire them and add it to their conglomerate, we'll call it. And it's official now. So Nvidia has acquired them for 40 billion, and that's huge because now Nvidia has more say on where ARM goes. Because ARM before they would design mainly industry level AI systems that are built for like for deep space learning and observation, or for next generation AI computing. But Nvidia can now demand that they also push more heavily towards the gaming side as well, not just for the industry side, because that's what ARM is based off of, is the industry side, but now for the gaming side as well. So we could be seeing more artificially intelligent driven games where every scenario is not the same. Even like Destiny does have something like that where every encounter is not going to be the same, but it's predictable because each enemy, each NPC has its own parameters that they have to work under. So at a certain point, you'll see you see a cabal and enough times, and you realize that hey, this cabal is atypical cabal behavior, and you start to classify all the characters into their groupings. Hey, this is phalanx behavior. This is the behavior of your hive, of your acolytes. And if they were to get a full AI design and system for gaming, then there wouldn't be a specific behavior. Yeah, there'll be a typical behavior for the hive, but they could act in any manner. Maybe your hive start to adopt more characteristics of Cabal because they're more volatile and more combative, and you'll start to see more changes in how characters behave in game, and that'd be amazing. And that's what Nvidia would be able to offer game developers if ARM starts tiering their AI designs towards gaming instead of just industry. Did I see Nvidia IRL Pro Skate tweet? Yes, I did. Where they're like, "Hey, yo, Tony, what do you think of this?" And it's like literally changing the guy in IRL. So that was pretty cool. All right, so I pretty much covered everything that they were gonna go over in this thing, and I did it in a much more timely manner as opposed to what they did. Ooh, Nvidia's gonna give the ARM employees 1.5 billion in stock shares. Awesome. So that was fascinating, and I was looking into that for a while and seeing if how it was going, and today I just saw that they acquired it. So that is great news for Nvidia. I mean, their shares are gonna tank a little bit, but it's gonna be for the better. They're gonna go up. So, I was on the phone with Micro Center, and they couldn't confirm what cards they're gonna have in stock. So it's possible they might get some founders cards and they don't know it yet. It's also possible that they don't get founders cards. So if you're only going for a founders card, uh, I'll try to get it to you guys as soon as possible when they're what cards they're gonna have. Which the person from Micro Center told me that today or tomorrow they should be updating their system because they should be getting the card in stock by then, and we'll finally know what cards they're gonna have in their stores. If they have founders cards, I'll get my first one from them. If they don't have founders cards, then I'm going to Best Buy because I don't want to go with an AIB. The AIBs are gonna be a little bit easier to acquire, and I might still be able to grab one at one of the other stores eventually. But as for Micro Center, we're still waiting. So by tomorrow, we'll know what and if they're gonna have them. As for Best Buy, which is why I'm not a fan of the Best Buy stores because their employees are not knowledgeable of the devices and the technology that they're selling. I talked to two different Best Buy employees from two different stores, and I got two different stories. The first store, which is the closest to me, it's just north of Dallas, Texas. They told me that they already did a pre-order on the RTX 3080 cards, and that it was 10 days ago. That is 100% incorrect because if they did, they would be receiving a fine from Nvidia because Nvidia said there will be no pre-orders. So that employee was incorrect. They didn't have any information. I asked them, "Hey, so will people still be able to pick up cards if you?" And I should have recorded these calls because that would have been a really good listening tool, and I could have made a video about that. But I asked them, will people still be able to at the store prior to opening in line and potentially get a card? The employee said we don't know because the pre-orders were already set and they were already closed down. But they shouldn't have done any pre-orders. If they did, they're in big trouble because they shouldn't have any pre-orders at all. I asked them how many cards do they think they will be having. They didn't have any information about that. I asked them will they have a voucher system for people who are waiting in line so they don't have to be in a physical line? They said they are not sure. They don't have any information about that either. The second store, they seemed a little bit more knowledgeable when it came to the 3080 cards. I gave them the same rundown, all the belittling questions. And as for pre-orders, they confirmed to me, no, we do not. We are not doing pre-orders on the 3080 card because Nvidia said they do not want pre-orders for them. Same with my Best Buy. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, and that's why I don't like Best Buy for stuff like that. Is because they're just people who got a job. And no, note this to the employees, guys. They're doing their job. They just got a job because they needed one, and they're doing the best they can potentially. They're not getting paid extra to go research in depth about all the technology at their store. They don't get paid for that. That would be great, but unfortunately, Best Buy doesn't work based off of commission, so you shouldn't expect a Micro Center tier level of knowledge. And even at Micro Center, there's some employees who don't have a Micro Center tier level of knowledge when it comes to the technology they're selling. But at Best Buy, expect to have a general sales person who's just generally trying to sell anything as your sales rep. So the rep that I talked to from Best Buy from the second store, which is maybe like a half an hour east of Dallas, they told me that as per NVIDIA's request, no Best Buy store is going to be doing pre-orders, and that aligns with what NVIDIA said and what I know. I asked them about, do they know how many cards they have in stock, and she said she is not sure yet because they haven't gotten a SKU update yet. So they have the cards listed on their website. They just do not have the SKUs in their system, so she cannot give me a confirmation on how many they'll have in stock. She said by the end of tomorrow they will have it updated, so I could call back on Wednesday and get a better estimate of how many they're gonna have available. I inquired about the whole impact of COVID and how they're gonna handle that, and she informed me that they are gonna do online orders, so pick up in store. They're gonna do curbside pickup. They're also gonna have a line system, but that's gonna have to abide by the FEMA CETA and CDC and FEMA guidelines. And that she is almost positive they're gonna have a um a line system to keep track of people. So a voucher system similar to what Micro Center is going to be doing. They're just not sure how they're going to do it because currently their managers in the process of designing it and seeing what's going to be the best way to facilitate it. Whether they you go into the line, you sign your name on a piece of paper on a spreadsheet, or they give you a voucher, like a little printed out voucher that you would be able to go back into the store and redeem your card. That way they don't have a flurry of people just waiting in a line. So that's all the information I was able to get from Best Buy. Luckily, the second store was a little bit more knowledgeable on the cards and what they were to expect. And if they didn't understand or have any information, they told me straight out instead of like being very vague or giving misinformation like the first store did. And I don't appreciate that they did that because I waited for like 15 minutes just to talk to that first store's representative. The second store I waited about the same amount of time, but they actually had some correct information. First store, I'm not going there. I don't like it. It's sad because that first store was maybe 5 minutes away from Micro Center, which is why I contacted that one first. So tomorrow I'll do another inquiry as well. Hopefully I get another person, a different employee. I might have to go in person too, just to talk to someone who works at the BYO department, which is the Build Your Own department at Best Buy, and see what they say in person, because maybe they'll be the most knowledgeable person there. And I also inquired about ways of purchasing your cards through Best Buy. You can do your online purchase with your debit credit card. You can use your Best Buy credit card if you have it. You can do a PayPal purchase, PayPal Buy Now, which it's going to use your card. You could also use a Best Buy gift card. So let's say your card has a daily limit, and everybody's daily limit is different. Mine's like 5,000. But let's say your daily limit is like $500. Obviously, that's not enough for you to purchase a 3080 because you're going to have to call into your bank and get your limit increased. What you could do is you could go to Best Buy. You could take some cash and you could take your card if you need to cover the difference. And you can buy a Best Buy gift card for the value of the 3080 card, for exactly the value of it, which is going to be $700 if you're going for the founders plus tax. So whatever your state tax is, and get a gift card that's equivalent to that. And then you can use that to purchase your online order, whether it's going to be online shipped to me or it's online pickup same day, if it's online curbside pickup, or if it's I'm going to wait in line and pick it up in store physically there, and I want to make sure I get it. So those are different payment methods you can utilize, and they're all going to be very good. What is my state tax? I have no idea. Let me check. 6.25%. So I guess that's pretty low. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to like the taxes because you have to pay taxes. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I do have a tax exempt account, but that's only when I'm making purchases for like youth organizations, because I bought a lot of stuff for youth organizations. But other than those purchases, I pay taxes on everything. Cheap taxes. Yeah, I mean we don't pay state taxes. I mean we don't file a uh state taxes when we do our taxes. We only do federal. Yours is 9% chicken. Wow. I mean, that's probably, I think that was what like Illinois was. Wait, what? No, Illinois is 6.252. What the hell? Let me check that again. They can't be the same. Illinois sucks. It is. When the hell did Illinois go down in state taxes? Oh, you know what it is too? So you see 6.25% in taxes, but your cities are, I think your cities might be different, right? Like because I know in Chicago there's a mandatory bag tax if you're gonna get a bag in any store. So yeah, there you go. So it is different too. It's not just your state, it's your city as well. Because this is closer to what I was thinking Chicago's taxes was. Plus you have a bag tax. You have a bag fee too? Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. I don't see why there's a bag fee if there's no like system to recycle bags. All right, so total taxes in Dallas is going to be about 8.25. That's not bad. Still lower than Illinois. I just wanted to know so I have enough money for you if you get to. Gotcha, dude. Yeah. Like if I get an extra one, dude, I'll literally like show you the receipt and everything. I mean, you'd get the receipt too. All right, so the last section for the oh no, there's two, but one of the last sections for the RTX cards that I was gonna go over, which this is from video cards as well. They have some solid information usually. So it was I don't know who did this. Like, yeah, I don't know who. Oh, it's streamable. Yeah, but I don't know who did the test on this. But this is the thermal, like visual of the computer with a 3080 in there, and I just think this is awesome because we get to see like where it's generating. And as you can see here, and this is a little unfortunate. You see the heat starting to accumulate here, but it's pushing out the back here, which is fine because that's not going to really interfere with the computer. Yes, we do have to consider how it's going to affect the component cables connected to it, but you can see that there's a bunch of heat generating over here as well. Now this is your air cooled CPU heatsink, but I would like to see what the temperature looks like with with a traditional downflow GPU as opposed to this one, which is an upflow. Because then, if this is pushing even more heat, then I would recommend people start going AIO or fully liquid cool, because then you can relocate your water block or I mean not your water block, your reservoir or your radiator over here to the side where it's gonna get fresh air. Yeah, you can have the world's most powerful GPU, but if your CPU starts getting bottlenecked because of the temperature, then you're gonna get really bad performance. But this is really nice, and this is the temperature, guys. This is the temperature that this 3080 is holding. Is into 60, like 58 to 60, which is it's pretty good. I'd like to see like the full temperature of the computer, but you can tell from here that this is cool. So if this up here is a 64 degrees Celsius where he's marking, this right here should be about 48 to 52 degrees. This greenish blue area should probably be about 30 something degrees. And then down here, we should be talking probably 20-ish degrees Celsius. So I see really good potential for like airflow designs for your computer. And potentially you'd want to make it so that this fan and potentially the fan up here is your hottest parts because that's where the heat's going to be pushing out of. Yes, chicken. This is the founder's card. This is a 3080 founders edition. And you can tell based off of the fact that you only have one fan down here and the second fan is inverted up there. So it's pulling air upwards. And you haven't really seen that on any cards. Yes, there's a card from Galax that they do have a fan up here, but it's just an accessory fan that's added on, and you have a triple fan system here and an accessory fan in the back. But other than that, Nvidia is the only manufacturer that did the inverted fan on the top. But I do like what I see here. I don't really see that many system reviewers doing a thermal video. They might do like a quick thermal test, just point their laser at the computer to see what the temperature reads. But as for them doing a full video where you can see everything, I doubt it. Chicago tax is 10.25. Yeah, I mean Dallas is like under 9, so that's not bad. Okay, so here's a little article as well. Only reason I'm bringing this one up is because if this is true, then this sucks, and I hope that the uh, who is it? I hope that there's I forgot who it is, but I hope there's an investigation into this because this is something that we had with VRAM, DDR6 V or DDR4 VRAM, not VRAM, DDR4 system memory, so your RAM on your computer. Where at a certain point, this is when we were in the midst of cryptocurrency miners buying a bunch of graphics cards so they can mine, and then we started to notice that the price of DDR4 RAM was going up as well, and the manufacturers were telling us that it was because they were short on that the demand was higher than the supply, so they had to inflate the price. But it turned out that wasn't true. So the price was being artificially inflated just so they can make an excess profit, and then immediately the price was dropped. I don't know if anybody was fined for that, but I know that the price was immediately dropped after the investigation was done. So if this is the case, it will turn out that Nvidia under manufactured the founders card, that they didn't make as many founders cards as they should have. Also, that they can inflate the price, like artificially inflate the cost of it and the importance of the card. But I don't think Nvidia did that because Nvidia usually sticks to a certain production number, and they're gonna continue to stick to that. It's based off of what their factories are capable of successfully generating per day versus how many are actually approved, because not every GPU that's manufactured gets approved to go on the store shelves. And if you don't know why, there's a rating system. So it has to pass a vigorous amounts of tests. It also has to, and each of them are like hand manufactured. So there's some machine manufacturing, but the majority of it is hand manufactured. After the rigorous test, it has to pass one of three tests, one of three rating systems. You have a bin. It's called a bin system. Bin 0 or 0 bin, 1 bin, 2 bin. Your 0 bin is going to be the average performing card, which means that, hey, the majority of the cards are going to be pulling an average rating of here, so you can overclock it to this amount, maybe 10%. You have your 1 bin, which those are going to be about 30% of the cards that are distributed, and those are going to be probably, let me think. Actually, no, it's a reverse. So the 0 bin, which are your average performing cards, there's 30% of those in circulation when they release. Your 1 bin, that's going to be about 70% of those, 60 to 70% of those are going to be your 1 bin cards, and those are good performing cards where you'll probably be able to get 15% to 20% boost in performance. And then you have your 2 bin, which those are your very good performing cards, and I don't know what the percentage on that one. It could be less than 10. And those are going to be the cards that you're going to be able to get the highest potential overclock on them. Now, those are the majority of those cards are usually reserved for system reviewers and industries. So you're going to see like Linus, Tech Tips, Jace 2 Cents, Bitwit, Gamers Nexus. All of those people who are reviewing the cards, they're receiving a 2 bin card. So theirs are the best card on the market. So when we see the reviews, yes, it's going to give us a good indicator, but pay more attention to the base clock. Don't really pay too much mind to what their overclock is going to report, because they have a higher potential overclock than what most people will have on theirs. Linus 2 Cents, yeah, Linus 2 Cents. But yeah, so what they're going to be reviewing and what they're going to overclock is not necessarily what you're going to have. The base clock, yes, your card off the shelf is going to be the exact same have the exact same performance as their card, but their card has more potential, where yours might have a drop off after 10%. Theirs might be able to go up to 15, 20%. So that is what you're looking forward to, is that you're going to see all these biased reviews where, and they're going to say it too, like, hey, this is a 2 bin card, so my overclock is not what you should try to do immediately. You should see what yours is capable of handling, and their numbers are not going to be what we would get unless unless you hit the lottery and you're lucky enough to get a 2-bin card, which they're going to be in circulation. Yes, they're just very few. They're very short and very few, so the chances of getting one is very small. Maybe 1 in 100 cards will be a 2-bin. All right, so hey, I've kind of went over this as well. Let's go. Wait. Huh. Double memory versions of cards should land in around when Nvidia stuffs the inventory in October. Yeah, see, I still don't believe that the 3070 is going to be double memory. I think it's going to be the same memory size, just the DDR6X. All right, keep this open and keep all the other tabs open that I've had. I love tabs. I keep them open all the time. This is how much memory I'm using, guys. 8.1 gigs before opening the game, and that's just to hold my tabs. But yeah, I might build a computer with like 512 gigs of DDR4 RAM just so I can hold more tabs. All right, so I showed you guys a little bit about the features that I'm testing today on OBS. If it looks like crap, just let me know and I'll stop the stream and I'll put my software encoder on because I want it to look better. But I've never tested out these features here with this NVIDIA NVENC H264 AVC free FF MPEG. So hopefully we get some better quality. If not, then I'm going back to the software one. So just let me know if it looks worse. I'm going to start off with Fortnite. Now you have a lot of customization ability here with this one. You can change the control rate, buffer size, target bit rate, spatial adaptation quantization. I haven't really played around with that yet, but these are other features to help improve quality of the stream. There's a difference in recording though, which I'm fascinated. So I'm also gonna do a recording too, because now not only do you have certain options inside of your NVENC encoder, but for recording, you have an H265 encoder. And this H265 encoder is superior to the H264. It's going to give you much better quality. So if I was able to stream with an H265 encoder, it might potentially be better than what we're getting with the software encoding. So I'll do a recording eventually with this just so we can see what it looks like in comparison to software encoding. But yeah, as soon as I start Fortnite, let me know if it looks better than yesterday or if it's bad. And then if it looks bad, I'm gonna switch back to software. If it looks a little better or comparable, then there's room for improvement, and I'm gonna stick with it. And I need to update my title to Fortnite. I mean, games of Fortnite. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, there's a tournament gonna start in like 23 minutes, dudes. And I don't really want to practice for it. Just want to play video games. That's what life's about, video gaming. My life be like ooh ooh ooh. Also, I have a new placement for my microphone, so let me know if it's too low. If so, I'll shift it back to where it was at. I literally just moved it maybe like half a foot away from me. Did I see Nintendo Direct? No, what happened? Yeah, I missed it. I know that Nintendo that it's reported that Nintendo Switch is like the highest selling console right now, which is really good for them. Oh, so tomorrow when I do my cold calls to the Best Buy stores, yes, they're gonna be cold calls. I'm gonna have like a spreadsheet of what I'm gonna ask them. I have 3 different Best Buys. I only did 2 today because they took forever to answer. But I'll start a little early from Best Buy them about the status of the cards and how they're gonna handle it. Mario 64. Oh no. So what about it? Is it gonna be a? I mean, they've already remastered it and really released it, dude. So we've gotten a Nintendo DS release. We've gotten a we've gotten a. Wait, did we get a release for the Wii? No. Was there a Switch release yet or no? Yeah, it could be that it was only remastered for the DS. Oh, it's coming out Friday. Really? Oh, that's fascinating. Damn, I have to find my controllers for my Switch. The last time I saw it, I was in Chicago and I was playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Oh, it's a 3-game bundle. How much is it gonna cost? Is that a llama? It is. Mark, freaking llama, bro. Alright, I'll go here and then I'll head south. Is anybody coming here? No, a lot of people are going over there though. Okay. Let's see what we have to work with. Dudes, I kind of forget. I always forget that there's stuff here. So, that there's like a weapons spawn here. Oh, wow. Stutter. So bad. Alright, so I'm gonna be upgrading my weapons before I push people. And the reason I'm grabbing the mats from out here first is because I can seal that in there. Someone's in there fighting a robot already. Alright, let's see if I can find a pump first. Then we'll go try to kill that guy. Oh, rats. Maybe $60 or less. Oh, you're in Discord? Gotcha, Brayden. Yeah, let me finish this match, then I'll open the Discord up. Oh, wow. Dude, I'm getting some hitching. Oh, I found a pump. So, I forgot to restart my computer today. Usually I'll do it after an update, but kind of slacked, so I'll do it after this match too. Why do I hear water? You want to see Zen 3? Yeah, dude, it's gonna be October 8th. Dude, that's gonna be really nice. But they've already kind of confirmed that the Zen 3 architecture is it's not really competing with Intel. It's competing against its prior generation. So we're looking at, what is it, like a 50% performance boost for the Zen 3 architecture as opposed to what we had for the RDNA 1. Alright, so we can see the robots. He's right there. I can make the robot dance? Why do they dance for like 2 seconds, Tony? Damn it. Bro, you're not getting away. You're my kill. I need more ammo, dudes, to be honest. Oh, for fuck's sake, bro. You kidding me? Why is he just running away, dudes? 50% is actually good. Yeah, but it's not really a true comparison. It just says 50% better. So it could just mean that maybe it handles the processing capability 50% more efficiently. Or maybe, hey, it has a 50% better power rating. So we won't really know that until we get our grubby little hands on them. Oh, crap. That little bastard freaking ran away, dude, instead of just fighting me. What the hell? He had like 6 robots on his side. What the heck? Is that him? Bro, there's no way in hell you have shields left. Everything I ever wanted, and everything I ever needed. 2 half Fasu, bro? Oh, Dude, he has everything. Urgh! So yeah, like that's really good for the RDNA. Wait, no, you're talking about the GPU or the CPU? Because the CPU, yeah, the CPU is gonna get its press release on the 8th. The GPU is gonna get its release on the 23rd or 25th. One of those days. It's just one of those days. So it'll have its release a little later. So I found the guy. He's an idiot, but I found him. Oh yeah, the CPU. So yeah, it has its release press release, not actual like physical in-store release, just its press release on the 8th. We don't know when it's gonna. Maybe they're gonna tell us when they're gonna be available in stores on that release. Hopefully, I'm upgrading from Zen to Lafala. Yeah, so some people might have a board that's already gonna be compatible with their 4000 with the 4 series Ryzen 4 series. So all you would have to do is if it already has like the day of release driver BIOS update, do that. If not, you might have to wait a little bit before it's compatible. It's not necessarily a bad thing either. Four Shockies, dude. So it could be that hey, they've learned from the mistakes and they're gonna make the day one BIOS update available for all the compatible AM4 motherboards. And I believe that this is gonna be the last AM4, and then after this, they're gonna do AM5 for the next series. So it'll be a completely different chipset, and you have to get a brand new motherboard. But we're talking maybe a year, 2 years from now, so it should be fine. It's compatible. Yeah, if you have a I think a 550 works too. If you have a 550, 570 board, you should be fine. It should be 100% compatible. Your 400 series boards should be compatible, but you might have an issue with like power distribution, so you might not get the full potential of overclocking a card, the chip. But still a really nice design and architecture and everything. And where the hell is everybody? It's compatible. Oh, I heard that. I just can't wait to see like what we're gonna be receiving for the 12 core 4900X and XT. But for the 4900X, I want to see how that compares and how that handles software encoding with OBS. Did they design it to a point where hey, it's gonna be amazing, or is it just barely gonna meet our expectations? And I'm not saying it's not gonna be a great chip. I'm saying that as for our expectations, people who are usually getting a 3900X or a 9, so the number 900X series or higher, they're doing so because it's going to be a dedicated computer for maybe streaming or gaming. They're not really going to use grab that and use it for one specific, for like, hey, I want it just for my general computer. No, they're going to get it because they want a high-end chipset. Damn it, I'm a bot. Hurry, hurry, hurry. They're not that high. Crap. I tabbed out. Sorry, what did you say? Oh, I was talking about the 4000 series chips. Well, 4000 series release for the AMD Ryzen 4 chips processors. Where yeah, usually people are getting the 12 core and higher chipsets. They're not really getting that because it's a budget gaming computer. They're getting it for specific tasks, high end gaming, high end encoding, high end rendering. Now, what AMD said they were going to be doing is and this wasn't directly quoted from AMD. This is somebody who who's reputable. His name's like Igor's Lab. He said that AMD is going to be releasing a 10 core processor, a 10 core Ryzen 4th gen 4 Ryzen series processor, which is nice because now they're going to have something that is exactly comparable to your Intel, and then they can price it accordingly. But it'll be comparable in core and threads to the Intel i9, which is 10 cores. Hang on. Before the storm hits me, I need to drink some juice. You get the XT? Yeah. It's going to be a really good, like, build. This dude left half pots and stuff. Oh my god, dude. Is it weird that for a second I thought about reloading my my shock nades? Or does everybody do that too? Not just me. Alright, so one of those is in a circle. I do see somebody like gliding. Sucks that these stupid freaking ability things are in a game. The superpowers. Do you get taken out, man? Give it a Marvel's LTM. I'd be fine with that. You're not gonna hear too many complaints from me. But when you have it only in the core of the game, bro, that's where we have a problem. Shotgun in case somebody's here. Now we're good. Oh. But yeah, so gave you guys some updates on the NVIDIA card release stuff. What to expect when you're expecting to expect. But we mute between matches. Oh, after when the tournament starts, sure, I guess. But no, that's gonna be a little tough though, Braden, because we won't know. Like, if I just finish a match and I start talking, but you're in a match, I won't really know that. So we could try it, but it could be a little tedious. Is that somebody behind? No, that's the water. Yeah, right now I'm just in mat conservation stage, where they're all building and burning mats. I'm still maxed. It's only him. I think there's a guy over there, and me. Oh, they're both right there, dude. Nice, let's go. Do you think people will wait overnight for GPUs like they did consoles and games? Of course, 100%. 100% people do. I'm gonna be there the day prior during store opening hours. Yeah, I'm gonna be buying stuff there, but I'm still gonna be there that long. And there's gonna be people who are gonna be there roughly around that time. So one thing I'm gonna do is as soon as people start to show up and they line up behind me, I'm gonna try to make friends with like 3 of them. And then we'll become the Fantastic Four, where we all like have each other's back. So if one has to go to the bathroom, we also have each other. We're still in line. Why? Because we're the first 4 who are gonna get a card. 100%. If we stick together, we'll be the first 4 to get a card. So we don't have to worry about, oh, well, you left, everybody's disputing. No, dude, we're together. We're all getting our own cards, but we are together. So one can go to the bathroom, one could go get food, one could go to their car if they need to, stuff like that. We're gonna look out for each other. And I used to do that a lot. I mean, I used to try to take my cousins with me too, but I used to do that a lot when I'll go to like an opening or something, or like a release day. Now in Chicago, I actually knew like a lot of people who worked at GameStop. So, like, was the manager at GameStop, was the manager at Micro Centers and stuff like that. So I would be in a store with them, just chilling in the stores until opening. Yeah, it was a kind of like favoritism, but whatever. Privileges of the job, right? Job of life. Okay, so everyone has to move. That one's in circle, I think. If I win next solo, I get 2 follows of you. Well, thanks, but just play the game. I play for fun. As you can tell, I have it on max settings, so I don't really care about like the the smoothness of the game. As long as I have fun with it. I think he's locked in there. Damn, that's not gonna be smooth. Okay, one shot. Dum dum. I want to keep them right there where they're fighting. So yeah, I usually play the game just for fun. Yeah, the second I'm not having fun is the second I stop playing. Ooh, nice little tickle. I don't think he knows I have shock mains though. Win this instead? We'll see. Anything can happen. That's the whole beauty of Fort Butt. Well, he's like right here. It's kind of... Yeah, his play was too predictable. I didn't have to do anything but wait. I didn't even waste any mats, guys. I haven't used any mats. Yeah, so he's a controller player. They have predictable play patterns where you know he's gonna toggle, he's gonna crouch spam and try to get shots out that way. All I have to do is keep my reticle in one spot. I don't have to worry about resetting, but I'm staying where I'm at. I cannot do. All right, when's that tournament start? That might be fun. Yo, TMV, Yoda, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna restart the gaming computer real quick, and then I'll go and I should go in Discord right now while I'm doing that. And I just shut the computer down instead of restarting. Feels bad. What's up?
Yo, Damien, what's up, dude?
All right, I gotta turn the computer back on now.
You have to turn the computer back
Yeah.
on.
Your mic is crackling once in a while. Is it?
Hey, according to Fortnite, the tournament has been canceled, dude.
Really? Good.
Which sucks.
Is it still crackling, Pi, or is it fine? So, it could be because I'm trying that weird encoder, and the microphone is also going through RTX voice, so that could... Got 2 follows? Yo, thanks for the follows. Appreciate it. So yeah, that could be why it crackles, why it's crackling. So, Pi, how did it look though? From a visual perspective, from a viewer, how did this stream look? Did it look just as good as yesterday, or did it look worse or better? I need some input because it's a new streaming setting that I was trying, but that's using the NVENC instead of the software encoder like I normally do. Yesterday was better. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop stream, switch back to X264. It'll take